So you can't miss this very big sign going to the museum. So this is the view from a distance if you end up in overflow parking. But don't worry, there are free shuttle buses, so you don't have to worry about walking that distance. So the shuttle bus will conveniently drop you off here right at the main entrance.
Did you want to add any audio tours to guide you through the museum? No. $50 today.
So it's $25, and you can just pay her at the gate. You don't have to pay online.
We're the green light.
All right, so we're in. Let's get this party started.
You just keep rerunning. If you want to go straight in, go to the left and just keep walking.
So what the lady just said is you can skip this line if you don't plan to watch the hologram. So this is the hologram. So I'm not gonna film the presentation to keep the surprise. So this gallery shows the romance between Nancy and Ronald. So that's their flowers at the wedding. Those are the wedding photos. Love letters. Wedding ring. There's the love letters. Ronald Reagan's penmanship. Just some facts. Ronald is 10 years older than Nancy. And Nancy is not his first wife. It's Jane Wyman. Ronnie. I love you, Ronnie. So back then they had telegrams before they had X.
In the studio far from the ballpark, Ronald Reagan recreated colorful accounts of games based only on telegraph messages.
So this is his military application.
But how did he learn
So this
to
is
speak
inside the
and to listen
GE
to the nation?
theater. Let's see what they have to say here.
Ronald Reagan first entered the spotlight as an actor, appearing in school plays in Dixon, Illinois, and at Eureka College.
I tried out for a student play, and then another. I tried hard to understand the characters I played. The process called empathy is not bad training for someone who goes into politics or any other calling.
After college, Ronald Reagan's first calling was in radio. He traveled to station WOC in Davenport, Iowa, where he was invited to audition as a sports announcer with one small twist.
He took me in a studio, and he said, when the red light goes on, you start broadcasting an imaginary football game.
Thinking on his feet, he described an exciting game from his football days at Eureka College.
Here we are in the fourth quarter with Western State University leading Eureka College 6-0. Long blue shadows are settling over the field, and a chill wind.
Almost 1 million more votes than the incumbent governor Edmund.
Now this gallery is all about his years of being a governor in California.
1939 will now purchase 45 cents in its total value. We are proud to oppose the cut national force.
Now Trump is using that same slogan.
We will make America great again.
And this gallery is all about his campaign and his inauguration. Now this gallery is about the assassination attempt. There you can see the bullet holes. Now here he is thanking the Secret Service that saved his life. This is his actual sweater when he was recovering. Is this actual size?
Yep, this is exactly. I've been told by people who have actually been in the real one that it's eerily similar.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. Did this furniture came from the White House or no?
I believe the furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the pillows are so faded, because they actually were red.
They were brought here.
So I remember one
So probably Gorbachev sat there.
I'm not sure, but I know presidents are free to.
Yeah, I read that. One been wanting. I thought they had jelly beans on it. That's awesome, huh?
Nope.
Just over there.
So I hope that Biden's using today. When Reagan arrived to Washington in '81, the desk was too short for him. So he said, either you're going to have to make the desk taller or make me shorter. And they made it shorter. There's 15 eagles in all throughout the entire office. I can only count 13, so you guys can get the other two.
I read they love to host parties, including Christmas parties at the White House. So this is an interactive screen where you get to pretend like you're having dinner at the White House. Okay, so this gallery is all about Nancy. These are our wardrobes. So list of her designers include Oscar de la Renta, Bill Blass, Adolfo Carolina Herrera, James Galanos, and Arnold Scassi.
She really grew in her office over time and really did take that style. And instead of having it be effective.
I'm 5'11" and I could tell that she's tall.
During the fight against drug abuse in the national food sector, she mobilized the American people. I'm very proud of her.
She started ordering free donations, not $1 tax, but the media did a lot and said, oh, she's very arrogant and aloof, she spent taxpayer dollars. It was all, really fake news.
Inaccurate.
And so the following year they had the Gridiron Dinner, which they have every year, and the journalists were doing something. And Nancy Reagan.
Oh, so these are gifts from the Marcuses. So Nancy was born as Nancy Davis in Manhattan, New York.
It was Nancy Davis who found Ronald Reagan in the fall of 19
one evening, and I noticed her name, my name, in the list of prominent sympathizers in Hollywood.
Nancy was desperate to clear her name, and she was told that Ronald Reagan, president of the Screen Actors Guild, might be singing.
Okay, so we're here at the Berlin Wall Gallery. Don't get too excited. This is not the real Berlin Wall. It's just the replica. I guess this commemorates one of his greatest accomplishments, tearing down that wall to unite East and West Germany. So these are the pictures of the communist leaders from the Soviet Republic, Mao Zedong from China. So we're here at the Camp David Gallery. Camp David is the retreat house of presidents. Oh. All right, now these exhibits are from the Ranch del Cielo, and that's the ranch at Santa Barbara.
Lost a great president.
Here we are instead of Alzheimer's disease. My father and I would tell each other whenever we started. We'd give each other a hug. As the years went by and he could no longer verbalize my name, he recognized me as the man who hugged me.
So these are his children from Nancy, Ron and Patricia. He had Maureen from Jane Wyman, and they adopted Michael.
Let history say of us, these were golden years when the American Revolution was reborn, when freedom gained new life and America reached for her best. And as we continue our journey, we think of those who traveled before us. These are the boys of Puente Hope. These are the men who took the cliffs. These are the champions who helped free a continent. These are the heroes who helped end a war.
You know, D-Day or Monday.
And we see and hear again the echoes of our past. The song, and the song echoes out forever and fills the unknowing air. It is the American sound. It is hopeful, big-hearted, idealistic, daring, decent, and fair.
The first woman ever nominated to the Supreme Court of the United States.
That's our heritage. That's our song. We sing it still, for all our problems, our differences. We are together as a Lord. We raise our voices to the God who is the author of this most tender music. And may He continue to hold us close as we fill the world with our sound.
Anyhow, you don't need a boarding pass to get in this one. So from Nixon to Bush. Let's hope there are no crazy passengers inside. So this plane was first used by Richard Nixon back in 1972. Then after him it's Gerald Ford, then Jimmy Carter, then Ronald Reagan, then to Bush Sr., Clinton, and then the last one that used this was George W. And now we have the 747. Let's go check out this presidential motorcade. They now call this the Beast.
She has a 3-month-old. But her mother is
if you notice, the plate number says Gipper, so I guess that's where the phrase win one for the Gipper came from. Let's go ahead and check out Marine One. Pub. Let's go out and check out the view of Simi Valley.
Like that, all right, there we go. Hold your straight up. Hold your lightsaber up. There we go, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, all right, I'll take the signature. Thank you, thank you. And now check it out.
original cast. If it's Spain musical, that's where I'd be like, oh, whoa. It looks pretty good.
Different guys and all the different.
There's Blaster.
I guess these are actual Carrie Fisher chairs, the original Princess Leia. Okay, here's another one of her chairs too. Man, I must admit, Princess Leia looked hot in this dress. I guess this is a good spot to take a picture if you're a big Star Wars fan. Well, sorry, I'm not. I stopped watching after the 80s.
Bet your asteroid, kid. Hold on.
And that we would be in a stronger position because we had sufficient military strength. Believe me, it wasn't just for someone who had come to Washington determined to reduce global spending. But we had to move forward with the task of repairing our defenses, or we would lose our ability to deter conflict now and in the future. There was a substantial military buildup in terms of increasing our forces.
The Star Wars devices are being discussed here today is good, but critics say it's just as much a pass.
We did not pay for that. In fact, some very dedicated critics of the system believes
The United States does not start fast. We will never be in one direction. We maintain our strength in order to deter and defend against Russia. To preserve through the peace, deterrence means to progress, making sure that any adversary who thinks of attacking the United States or our allies or our other enemies can prove that the risks to him outweigh any potential gains. We cannot afford to believe that we will be dead. We will be able to save lives from the Afghanistan. We are not capable of demonstrating our history and all our days and our ingenuity to achieving the key national scale. I believe that we're here. What we share will be a great contribution to our history. We believe that we are not thankful for some of the awesome Soviet missile trucks with more than defense. 23 to lose security in others. But the security did not rest upon the shoulders of U.S. retaliation to deter Soviet attacks, but we prepare sail and destroy strategic ballistic missiles before they reach their own shores and allies. I know this is a formidable technical task, one that may not be accomplished before the end of the century. The current technology has attained a level of sophistication that is reasonable for us to be good. The Strategic Defense Initiative has been labeled Sky Wars, but it isn't about it. It's about peace. It isn't about retaliation. It's about prevention. It isn't about fear. It's about hope. And in that struggle, my schemes online, first is the trust.
All right. Yeah. I mean, it's first aid.
Just stay here, right? Thank you.
Oh, so yours just laid down.
Here is my take on the Reagan Star Wars connection. If you recall, Iran firing 300 missiles at Israel, which was successfully intercepted by Israel's counter defense called Iron Dome. Before Trump, Reagan had that vision back in the 80s, which he called it Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI. But he was ridiculed for it as it seemed laughable back then, and they called his SDI vision Star Wars, which was the famous movie back then. I hope that kind of connect the dots for you. All right, so we made it here. So this museum was built in 1991 with 24 galleries and 1 gift shop. Let's have a look.
Hi guys, welcome in. Oh, welcome back. Oh, it's one of those deals. Nobody in the car was believing.
I love that. Yourself. Do or not.
Let me tie this up before I take a picture of it.
Oh, all right. Thanks. Okay, Mark Levin, a famous constitutional scholar. A book from Ron DeSantis, governor from Florida. U.S. Senator, South Carolina, Tim Scott. They probably have a surplus of this Reagan-Bush campaign paraphernalia. You know, my wife thinks Ronald Reagan is good looking. I don't know. He's not my type.
Do you want the key to the van? No. Good, because I don't know where it is.
I think I'm gonna save my money from all these candies. All right, so I guess this is the backyard of the library, overlooking Simi Valley. Sarap ito? Hindi. Tear down this wall. So this is one of the first stealth planes built by Lockheed Martin. It's decommissioned by now. F-14 fighter jets. These are the same planes from the movie, first movie, Top Gun. M1 Abrams tank. They were first used at the Persian Gulf War. They displayed their strength over there. Okay, so we're heading towards the burial site of Nancy and Ronald Reagan.
They're their own city. But that's why the flowers do that. This is her birthday.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yeah, that's why the flowers are.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
her birthday today.
Nice.
See? That's why they have the flowers there.
Declaration of Independence, United States Constitution. These are just important documents of our country. Bill of Rights, Civil Rights. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.